Ping European Fitting Center. Ihr werdet gleich sehen, Olaf nehmen wir heute als Versuchskaninchen. Wir gucken mal, mit welchem Ping-Driver Olaf in Zukunft richtig geile lange Drives machen kann.
Ja, das wäre Träumchen.
Hi, my name is Paul Reimer. I'm one of the master fitters here at Ping Europe. Today we're going to fit Olaf for his driver and hopefully get him dialed in. So for me, you got too much spin.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I want to get that spin down. So if this remains constant, so if you're generally on the up,
Well, that's a good thing.
you can be a little down as well.
Okay.
Yeah. You look at Lee Westwood, he's 2.5 degrees down.
Yeah, but it's easily Westwood.
Exactly. But you can be down.
Okay.
You don't always have to be up.
Yeah.
So it's good if you are, but you don't always have to be. And you don't want to be extremes.
Yes.
All right. So you're 2 degrees up in general, 123 ball speed. So I would say that you're spinning that ball a little too much.
Yes.
Almost 1,000 revs too much.
Okay.
All right. Now, what we can do is this, and we do this with every fitting we do. So this is where this ping co-pilot will come in, and we're going to see how efficient that driver is for what you do.
Yes.
So what we're going to do, we're going to put your ball speed in there, 123. Launch at 15 degrees, spin it at 3.5. So we'll go nearest to that. And then the attack angle's 2 up. Spin axis, 19 degrees spin axis. Right, okay. So I'm gonna say that we know that you're spinning that golf ball too much, but the other thing we really want to try and do is reduce how much curvature is on that golf ball as well.
Yes.
Okay, and if we can reduce both of those, then we should see your efficiency go up.
Yep.
And on the back of it, hopefully we'll get you hitting the ball a little bit further. Okay?
Wouldn't complain.
So, no, exactly. Exactly. So this is going to work that out. Right, so at the moment, we're 70% efficient. All right? So this is our ideal window to get you launching that golf ball. So these numbers are red. So ideally, we want to turn these into green, a little bit like the eye-ping that was on yesterday.
Yes.
So green's really good. Okay? So you could actually do to launch the ball a little higher. And like I said, if we can take about 1,000 revs off that, the spin rate, we should. That's our potential gain. But a lot of your gain would be from straightening that ball flight out.
Okay.
So if we can get that ball flight straightened out a little bit, then we should be able to get this number coming down. So that's going to give you a chance to do that. But it's clever stuff. It knows that if anything, your tendency is to hit that ball a little low and heely. So I think what we're going to do then, let's just keep the loft, keep the head. We're going to move that weight in there, but we're going to change this. Going to give you something a little that's going to play. I'll probably change that to a stiff shaft actually, and see if we can get that spin down a little bit that way. So this is going to be a little bit like spinning plate. So we might get your spin right, but we still need to work on direction.
Okay.
So there's a few things that's gonna maybe happen that we need to get better. And I think as well, while we're at it, we'll make this a little bit lighter. So what we're going to do then, I'm just going to make this a touch lighter. See what we get.
I think it's 487 or so. Do about 6 times that. That'd probably be a bit generous. 4 or 5 maybe. But I think I'd go with that. I think you do it. Yeah, that's fine. It's far.
So D2 now, so we've gone a little lighter in the head. Just gone to a stiff shaft rather than a regular flex, just to see if it kind of brings that spin down a little bit. Better? That's better swing.
That would be the perfect one.
Yeah, I mean, the degrees of the problem is the long
Okay. 2 more. That's better. That's better. Right. Still probably need to kind of reduce this a little bit. So how does the shaft feel? Feels okay. Right, come and have a breather again then, Ollie. Right, okay, so
It's better.
now we're getting a little bit better. Right, so we still want to kind of reduce this,
Yeah.
but you see this is all starting to tighten up. So ball speed's dropped a little, so we want to try and get a bit of this ball speed back. Launches up, spin's coming down.
Whoa.
So what's going to happen is you gain a little bit of this, but the ball's going to start running out now because we've got this down to a better number.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously there's a few things that you do in your swing that's you're probably always going to fade it to a point, but what we want to what we want to do is make it repeatable.
Yes.
That's the idea. So if we go back and put those numbers back into this efficiency app now, what we're going to find that should be a little bit more efficient for what you do.
22.
Yeah, don't I want to nick a mile an hour off you. Right, spin rate is back down to this now. Good, 25726, tack angle down 1, spin axis is reducing. So now we've reduced the amount of spin axis there is on that golf ball.
Yep.
Basically, your launch efficiency should be better. So now we're at 97% efficient lock.
Way better.
So way better. So even if we reduced this a little bit more,
Yep.
you might just gain. If you kept those numbers where they are, you're only going to gain 4 yards. But we know we're very efficient in what we're doing now.
I'd be happy with that.
Absolutely. So would I. So this is us trying to get you tidied up and give you a little bit more repeatability,
Yep.
if you like. Okay. So I think what we should do, we're going to keep the loft where it is for now. We're going to have a little bit of a mess around with shaft and shaft weight and flex to kind of work out actually is that the best shaft for you, or if we change that shaft,
Yep.
would we be able to tighten this up a little bit more? Let's go. Let's just have a little bit of weight to the shaft and see what that was. So it's very difficult to say you swing it this quick, therefore you should have this shaft flex, because ultimately not all stiffs are the same, not all regulars are the same, etc. So what one manufacturer might term as a stiff shaft, another it might be the equivalent of a regular in another. So that's okay actually. So you know, it might be we flip around a little bit between flexes. A little heavy with that thing. Let's see. Or it might be that you don't just like the feel of it as well. There's a lot of what ifs.
I like that. Yeah.
You like that feel? Okay, good. It's important.
When felt of treating the ball go straight.
Yeah, that helps, doesn't it? Straight helps.
This shot in golf is a great one.
Absolutely. You know, and I think it's as long as we can keep you in play, you're going to always have a chance of scoring. So.
Whoa.
Strike. Good strike.
Feels better again.
Ball speeds up, which is good. A little spinny. So sometimes a little bit of spin's not a bad thing though. So if you're going to kind of look at spin, for a lot of golfers, actually a little bit more spin than they need isn't a bad thing because it stabilises that ball flight. You know? So as much as we're trying to get you dialed in, it's not one more, and then we're going to change that head and give you that SF Tech head to hit, see what that gives us. See, when you get it, that's beauty, isn't it? That's really good.
That's the best one.
But it's those that want to go that way that we've got to sort out, because they're the ones, to me, they're the ones that cost you a little bit. Still want to just make sure we're keeping this swing weight around that D2 number for you.
When do you go up and when do you get down with the swing weight?
Say again?
When do you reduce the swing weight for specific swings, like more left, right,
so
left,
basically, generally people that tend to fade the golf ball, if we want that swing weight to help to reduce that fade, then we'll generally go lighter for people that fade it, and the opposite for people that hit big draws and we want to calm that down a little bit, then we'll sometimes use swing weight and go heavier to help that and help reduce that.
Yeah, usually I have a more draw hook and I put additional weight on my driver head.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can, you know, you can also do that in the build process as well. So, you know, it might be certainly for kind of some of the more elite golfers that are coming in, the guys that look after those guys, they might get the hot melt put in a certain area in that head as well to help kind of reduce curvature depending on what that player's doing at the time. But I think with Ollie, you're almost trying to give him a driver that kind of he can use now and on the get-go. But if you're obviously going to go and have lessons and improve your technique, we want something that when you kind of get through that and your swing becomes a little bit more repeatable, that drive is still going to be something you can use then. That's always a little harder though, because how long is it going to take you to get better with your technique? You know, you might be somebody that's really receptive to coaching and it might take you 6 months. It might take you 2 or 3 years. So it just really depends on you as a golfer, and that's difficult to try and fit to something that you're going to do in the future. Is very, very difficult to do. And you can usually tell from how people swing a golf club whether they're going to get better or not. You know, it might not change your shape, but like I said to you earlier, it's not about turning you from a fader into somebody that draws it. It's about being repeatable. And you standing on a tee and recognising your pattern, and okay, I play a fade, so that's what I'm going to do. But it's now a controlled fade rather than a, you know, right going right almost. Right. Okay.
Psychologically, I know it's mainly a fade, but I'm more afraid of the hook.
Yes.
And
yes, exactly.
Trying to
so you don't almost, you don't want to create 2 bad shots in a round of golf, do you? You don't want to stand on the tee and go, well, I'm not sure where this ball's going. So the only downside with this is it's got a little more loft on it than previous. What we're going to do, we're going to put that into a strokes gain club compare, and we're going to see what your potential gain or loss would be on a golf course.
Find the winner. It's fun.
Find a winner.
It's not look like a fair game. Oh.
There you go. So even though we're not perfect,
Yeah.
your strokes gained with that driver, you'd gain your potential gain. You're not going to do,
Yeah.
but your potential gain could be 4.5 shots around a golf.
It's a lot.
That's a lot, isn't it? That
Yeah.
gets you below 20.
Yeah.
And suddenly, so, and this is what we said at the very beginning with you. It's not distance; it's controlling that golf ball.
Right.
Okay, so you could gain nearly 3 shots around just by keeping the ball in play.
Yes. Absolutely.
The upside is we're hitting the ball a little further, which is also going to gain you just under 2.
Yeah.
So this is a. So, right, Ollie, so we've done your fitting. So what we've done, we've come up with the G430 Max 9 degree, and we've put that an extra degree of loft on there, more to probably close the face a little bit, and also put that weight in the heel in the draw position. We've also gone with a hazardous red shaft 6.0. So your launch and spin were a little high, but actually that helped you keep that ball in play, which, you know, for you is probably more important than having perfect TrackMan numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the good thing with that, we've put your data into the Ping Copilot app, strokes gained app, and we actually found that for you that would gain you almost 3 shots around, potentially.
Yeah, I'm going to try and set up that it's not even just potentially.
Good. So good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully you hit more fairways,
Yeah.
keep the ball in play, and you'll be good.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're more than welcome.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
Spannend war für mich zu sehen, ob der Fitting-Prozess irgendwas mit dem zu tun hat, was ich in Nienburg mache, in meinem Fitting Center. Und ganz cool zu sehen war, dass 95% identisch ist. Das ist ein Standardprozess, der hier durchgeführt. Ich habe ja auch einen Standardprozess. Dich kenne ich ja nun auch schon im Fitting.
So ein bisschen, ja.
Ja, nicht nur ein bisschen. Wir haben auch einen Schaft wieder, 60 Gramm Hazardous Smoke Red 6.0. Das ist ein Stiff-Schaft. Schwunggeschwindigkeit mit 87 Meilen würde immer heißen regular. Aber wir haben auch hier wieder gesehen, das haben wir letztes Mal auch gemacht, du hast keine Kontrolle mit dem weicheren Schaft.
Ja.
Und erst mit dem Schaft ging plötzlich die Abweichung erstmal schon mal das erste Stück zurück.
Ja.
Und das zweite ebenfalls ein Kopf, der dir ein bisschen hilft gegen deinen Power Fade.
Power Fade.
Power Fade. Genau, gegen diesen Power Fade. Aber nicht ein Hardcore Anti-Slice Draw Driver, sondern einen, der moderat ist, ein bisschen hält. Also deshalb auch der G430 Max für dich. Gewichtsstück nach innen, das war dann die Lösung.
Ja.
Loft 9 Grad, ein bisschen hochgestellt auf 10. Aber auch da, das höre ich ja sehr oft, ich schwinge nicht schnell genug, 10,5 Grad brauche ich, 9 Grad ist für Profis. Es kommt ja nur darauf an, wie du an den Ball kommst.
Genau.
Und wir haben einen Riesengewinn gehabt, was Genauigkeit angeht, mehr auf der Bahn.
Ja.
Distanz war auch mehr, aber das war nur ein Nebeneffekt.
Genau.
Das muss man so sagen. Der Nebeneffekt, aber ich glaube 4,3 war die Zahl, ich habe es ja auf Video, das Stroke Gained, also 3 Schläge, 4 Schläge ist jetzt das Potenzial. Markus, in den nächsten Videos, irgendwann werden wir das vielleicht sehen.
Genau.
Dann hat er keine Chance mehr.
Schauen wir mal.
Ja. Und für dich?
Mega
Aus meiner
spannend.
Perspektive?
Mega spannend. Auch was für kleine Unterschiede im Setup große Unterschiede bewirken können beim Schlag.
Setup meinst du jetzt, wie du dich hinstellst?
Nee, im Schläger-Setup.
Das heißt Schläger-Setup.
Ne, also wie der Schläger zusammen wird, dass selbst ein Schaft, der stiffer ist, sich für mich genau gegenteilig anfühlt,
Ja.
weil es sich, kann man gar nicht beschreiben, aber er ist halt gefühlt wabbelig, ich habe null Kontrolle, obwohl er eigentlich fester ist. Faszinierend. Wirklich.
Jetzt hast du irgendwie das umgedreht, ne?
Ja, ich habe ja einmal einen festeren Schaft
Ja.
bekommen und
Ja.
der fühlte sich für mich aber nicht fester an.
Okay, das war dann der
das
zweite.
mag ich.
Also von dem kleinen Hazardous Road.
Genau.
Das war also von dem Hazardous Smoke Red 6.0 Stiff zu dem Tour 65S
Genau.
gegangen sind. Da
Genau.
fühlte sich für dich wabbeliger an, obwohl er technisch fester war.
Ganz genau. Ja, also da null Kontrolle drüber.
Ja.
Also die kleinen Unterschiede, die so viel ausmachen können.
Ja, das ist auch
Faszinierend.
die Erfahrung. Ich werde das oft gefragt. schafft Härte, wird ja oft genannt, dann denken die Leute, wenn der härter ist, ist es fester und es fühlt sich für mich härter an. Wir haben immer den Punkt, wo es für dich passt. Und wenn er so mitkommt, wie du das brauchst, dann fühlt sich das eigentlich immer richtig oder auch weicher oder angenehmer, wie auch immer, ist auch sehr individuell an. Ja. Wenn wir drüber und drunter sind, kann sogar der Senior Flex schafft sich viel härter für dich anfühlen, weil du muskulär unglaublich viel reißen, ziehen, ja, manipulieren musst. Ja. Das war jetzt auch wieder zu sehen und wir sind genau bei dem Schaft geblieben. Ja. Und ja, dann freue ich mich. Total tolles Erlebnis auch.
Mega.
Sehr gut gemacht hier das Fitting Center. Für mich natürlich auch ein Paradies. Ich habe es in Schubladen, ich habe es vorhin ja gefilmt, ohne Ende die ganzen Schäfte. Das liebe ich ja. Diese ganzen Optionen, die brauchen wir, damit wirklich dann aus den, das ist ja immer das Geheimnis, aus tausenden Kombinationen das zusammenstellen, was ist und kostet keinen Cent extra zum Standardladenpreis. Ja. Ist manchen ja gar nicht bewusst, aber das macht einfach mehr Freude draußen.
Absolut.
Ja, und dann haben wir es und dann geht es irgendwann noch mal ein bisschen gucken im Flughafen. Fertig.